Ladies and gentlemen, this is your moment, not next year, not someday, but right here, right now. 2025 is calling your name, whispering the promise of transformation, growth, and strength. It's a year waiting for you to show up fully, to stand tall, and to rebuild yourself into the person you've always known you could be. Rebuilding doesn't mean starting from scratch. It means taking all the lessons, all the trials, and all the heartaches and turning them into the foundation of something unshakable. It's not about erasing the past, it's about honoring it. Every scar, every misstep, every almost moment has brought you to this threshold, and now it's time to decide, will you stay bound to what was, or will you rise into what can be? The first step in rebuilding yourself is to redefine who you are and who you want to become. Not who they said you were. Not who they think you should be. But the version of you that feels authentic, powerful, and aligned. That requires courage. It requires the bravery to say, I am more than my mistakes. I am more than my circumstances. I am more than the labels others have placed on me. Now let's talk about letting go. You cannot build something extraordinary while carrying the weight of what no longer serves you. 2025 is not the year for grudges, excuses, or self-doubt. It's the year to release. Release the fear that. Rebuilding yourself begins with a clear vision of who you want to become. In a world full of distractions, comparisons, and noise, it is easy to lose sight of your own path. But clarity is the cornerstone of transformation, and without it, you cannot rebuild anything lasting or meaningful. The first step is to pause and reflect, to truly ask yourself what you want your life to look like. Not what others expect, not what society dictates, but what aligns with your heart, your purpose, and your deepest desires. This is not about chasing fleeting goals or superficial milestones. It is about uncovering the authentic you that has always been there waiting to emerge. When you redefine your vision, you are giving yourself permission to dream again. But this time you are dreaming with intention, with precision, and with power. Take a moment to visualize the life you want to create in 2025. See it clearly in your mind. What does it feel like? What does it look like? How do you show up in the world? It is not enough to have a vague idea. You need to paint a vivid picture in your mind. Write it down, say it out loud, make it real. Your vision should excite you, even scare you a little, because that means it is stretching you beyond your current reality. This is not a passive process. It requires you to dig deep, to confront the parts of your life that no longer align with the person you are becoming. This is where the real work begins. Redefining your vision means letting go of the narratives you have been told or have told yourself for years. It means breaking free from the limiting beliefs that have kept you playing small. You cannot build a new life on an old foundation that is riddled with doubt, fear, and self-imposed limits. You have to clear the space, make room for what is possible, and embrace the discomfort of change. Your vision must come from within, not from external influences. It is tempting to base your goals on what others around you are doing, to measure your success against someone else's timeline. But this is your life, your journey, your rebuild. Comparing yourself to others will only rob you of the joy and authenticity that come from living a life that is uniquely yours. The truth is, no one else knows your story, your struggles, or your dreams the way you do. Trust yourself enough to follow your own path, even if it looks different from what others expect. Clarity comes when you strip away the noise and listen to your inner voice. It requires stillness, introspection, and honesty. Ask yourself the tough questions. What do I truly want? What matters most to me? What am I willing to work for, to sacrifice for, to fight for? The answers will guide you toward your vision. This process may reveal some uncomfortable truths about what you have been prioritizing or what you have been avoiding. That is okay. Growth is not about perfection, it is about progress. The important thing is to be honest with yourself and commit to taking the steps necessary to align your life with your vision. Once you have clarity, your vision becomes your compass. It guides your decisions, your actions, and your energy. Every choice you make should move you closer to that vision. This is where discipline and focus come into play. It is not enough to have a clear picture of what you want. You must take consistent, intentional action to bring it to life. This is the difference between dreaming and doing. You have to be willing to show up every day, even when it is hard, even when progress feels slow, even when doubt creeps in. Your vision will sustain you through the challenges and keep you moving forward. Redefining your vision also means being flexible and open to change. Life is unpredictable and your path may not unfold exactly as you planned. That is not a failure, it is an opportunity to grow and adapt. Hold your vision firmly, but be willing to adjust your approach as needed. Sometimes the detours and setbacks are what teach you the most and prepare you for the success you are working toward. Stay rooted in your purpose, but allow yourself the freedom to evolve as you learn and grow. A clear vision gives you the power to say no to what does not serve you. When you know what you are working toward, you can set boundaries that protect your time, energy, and focus. You stop saying yes to every distraction, every obligation, every demand that pulls you away from your goals. This is not selfish, it is necessary. You cannot rebuild yourself if you are constantly pouring your energy into things that do not align with your vision. Protecting your vision means prioritizing yourself, your dreams, and your future. Your vision should also inspire you to take risks and step out of your comfort zone. Rebuilding yourself is not about staying safe or sticking to what feels familiar. It is about pushing your limits, challenging your fears, and embracing the unknown. Growth happens when you are willing to take bold steps toward your dreams, even when the outcome is uncertain. Trust that the effort you put in will be worth it, and remember that every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Your vision is not just about you, it is also about the impact you want to have on the world around you. Think about the legacy you want to leave, the people you want to inspire, the lives you want to touch. When your vision is rooted in purpose and service, it becomes even more powerful. It gives you a reason to keep going, even when the journey is difficult. It reminds you that your rebuild is not just for your benefit, but for the benefit of everyone whose life you will impact through your transformation. Rebuilding yourself in 2025 starts with redefining your vision and committing to it fully. This is the year to claim your power, to step into your potential, and to create the life you deserve. It will not be easy, but it will be worth it. Your vision is your guiding light, your source of strength, and your roadmap to a brighter future. All it takes is the courage to start. Letting go of dead weight is one of the most powerful acts of self-transformation you can undertake. Too often we carry burdens that no longer serve us, clinging to them out of fear, familiarity, or an unwillingness to confront the discomfort of release. But if you want to rebuild yourself in 2025, you must be willing to let go of what is holding you back. This process is not easy, but it is necessary. You cannot move forward while dragging the weight of the past, outdated beliefs, toxic relationships, and unhelpful habits. Letting go requires you to look inward, to identify what is keeping you stuck, and to make the conscious choice to release it. Start by taking inventory of your life. What are you holding on to that no longer aligns with the person you want to become? This could be people, situations, or patterns of behavior. It might be the inner voice that tells you you're not good enough, the fear of failure that keeps you from trying, or the resentment that eats away at your peace. Whatever it is, acknowledge it without judgment. Awareness is the first step to letting go. You cannot release what you refuse to confront. Be honest with yourself about what is serving you and what is not. This is not about blaming or shaming, it is about taking responsibility for your own growth. Letting go of relationships that no longer serve you is one of the hardest yet most freeing decisions you can make. Sometimes the people who were once a source of comfort and support become a source of pain and limitation. It doesn't mean they are bad people or that the relationship was a mistake. It simply means that you have outgrown it. Holding on to relationships that drain you emotionally, mentally, or spiritually will only keep you anchored to a version of yourself that you are trying to leave behind. Letting go does not have to be dramatic or cruel. It can be done with grace and compassion. It is an act of love for yourself and for the other person because it allows both of you to grow. Habits are another form of dead weight that can hold you back. Take a close look at the routines and behaviors that fill your days. Are they helping you move closer to your vision, or are they keeping you stuck in the same place? Maybe it's the habit of procrastination, the tendency to overcommit and burn out, or the reliance on distractions to avoid facing your fears. These habits may have served a purpose at some point, but if they are no longer serving you, it's time to let them go. Breaking free from old habits requires effort and discipline, but the freedom and growth that come from creating new, healthier patterns are worth it. Fear is one of the heaviest weights you can carry. It shows up in many forms: fear of failure, fear of success, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears may have been with you for so long that they feel like a part of you, but they are not. They are stories you have told yourself, often based on past experiences or the expectations of others. Letting go of fear means recognizing it for what it is: a barrier between you and your potential. It means challenging the beliefs that feed your fear and replacing them with beliefs that empower you. Fear will never disappear completely, but you can learn to move forward in spite of it. Resentment and grudges are another form of dead weight that can weigh heavily on your heart. Holding on to anger and bitterness only keeps you tied to the pain of the past. It does not change what happened, and it does not hurt the person who hurt you. It only hurts you. Letting go of resentment is not about condoning what happened or forgetting the pain. It is about freeing yourself from its grip. Forgiveness is a powerful act of liberation, not for the other person, but for yourself. It allows you to move forward without the burden of anger and pain holding you back. The process of letting go is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing practice. There will be moments when the weight you thought you had released starts to creep back in. That's okay. Growth is not linear, and healing is not a straight path. The key is to remain committed to the process, to remind yourself why you are letting go, and to trust that you are making room for something better. Each time you let go of something that no longer serves you, you create space for new opportunities, new growth, and new possibilities. Letting go also means releasing the need for perfection and control. You don't have to have it all figured out to move forward. You don't have to have all the answers or know exactly what the future holds. Sometimes the weight you need to release is the pressure you put on yourself to be perfect, to always get it right, to never make mistakes. Growth comes from embracing the messiness of life, from allowing yourself to be vulnerable and imperfect. When you let go of the need for control, you open yourself up to the magic of the unknown, to the opportunities and experiences that you could never have planned for. The act of letting go is deeply personal, and it looks different for everyone. There is no right or wrong way to do it. What matters is that you are willing to try, to take that first step, no matter how small. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation, setting a boundary, or simply acknowledging that something needs to change. Each step you take toward letting go is a step toward freedom, toward the life you are meant to live. Letting go requires trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust that what lies ahead is greater than what you are leaving behind. It is natural to feel fear and resistance when letting go of something that has been a part of your life for so long. But remember, you are not letting go to lose something. You are letting go to gain something greater. You are creating space for growth, for joy, for abundance. As you move through this process, be patient with yourself. Letting go is not easy, and it does not happen overnight. There will be days when it feels like you are making progress and days when it feels like you are back at square one. That's okay. Each step, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. Celebrate the progress you make and give yourself grace when the journey feels hard. You are doing the work, and that is what matters. Turning lessons into strength is a transformative process that requires courage, reflection, and intentionality. Every experience you've gone through, every challenge you've faced, and every setback you've endured has the potential to become a source of strength if you choose to see it that way. Life doesn't always go the way we plan, and sometimes the difficulties we encounter feel overwhelming, even unfair. But hidden within those moments are powerful lessons waiting to be discovered, lessons that can shape you into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. It begins with a shift in perspective. When you view your challenges not as obstacles but as opportunities for growth, you unlock the power to transform them into something meaningful. This doesn't mean dismissing the pain or pretending the struggles didn't happen. It means acknowledging them, feeling them, and then choosing to extract the wisdom they offer. It means asking yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I grow from this? What strength can I build from this experience? These are not easy questions to ask, but they are essential if you want to move forward and rebuild yourself. To turn lessons into strength, you must first embrace the idea that failure is not the opposite of success, it is a stepping stone toward it. Every failure carries with it a lesson, a piece of the puzzle that helps you navigate the path to your goals. Failure teaches you what doesn't work, where you need to improve, and how to approach things differently. It builds resilience, the ability to bounce back and keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. Resilience is not something you are born with, it is something you develop through the challenges you face and the lessons you learn from them. Painful experiences often carry the most profound lessons. When you go through hardship, it can feel like the world is against you, like you're alone in your struggle. But these moments of pain are also moments of transformation. They force you to confront your limitations, to dig deep within yourself, and to find strength you didn't know you had. They teach you empathy, compassion, and understanding, qualities that not only make you stronger, but also connect you to others on a deeper level. Pain has a way of stripping away the superficial and revealing what truly matters, and that clarity is a gift if you choose to see it that way. Reflection is a crucial part of turning lessons into strength. It's not enough to go through an experience, you must also take the time to process it, to understand it, and to integrate its lessons into your life. This requires honesty and self-awareness. You have to be willing to look at yourself and your actions with an open mind, to recognize where you went wrong and to celebrate where you got it right. Reflection allows you to see patterns, to understand your triggers, and to identify the beliefs that may be holding you back. It gives you the insights you need to make better choices and to approach life with greater wisdom and confidence. Part of the process is letting go of blame for yourself, for others, and for circumstances beyond your control. Blame keeps you stuck in the past, tied to the pain of what went wrong. Letting go of blame doesn't mean absolving responsibility, it means choosing to focus on what you can learn and how you can grow. It's about taking ownership of your life and your choices, even when those choices didn't lead to the outcome you wanted. When you stop blaming and start taking responsibility, you reclaim your power and your ability to shape your future. Turning lessons into strength also means being patient with yourself. Growth is not a linear process, and it doesn't happen overnight. There will be times when you feel like you're making great progress, and there will be times when you feel like you're stuck or even moving backward. That's okay. Strength is built in the moments when you keep going despite the setbacks, when you choose to learn from your mistakes instead of being defeated by them. It's a journey, not a destination, and every step you take brings you closer to the person you're meant to become. One of the most powerful ways to turn lessons into strength is by helping others. When you share your experiences and the lessons you've learned, you not only reinforce those lessons for yourself, but you also inspire and empower those around you. Your story has the power to remind others that they are not alone, that growth is possible, and that strength can be found in the most unlikely places. Helping others doesn't just build their strength that builds yours as well. It reminds you of how far you've come and reinforces the resilience and wisdom you've gained along the way. Turning lessons into strength also requires you to stay open to learning. Life is a continuous journey of growth and discovery, and every day brings new opportunities to learn and evolve. When you approach life with curiosity and a willingness to learn, you open yourself up to endless possibilities for growth. This mindset allows you to see challenges not as threats but as opportunities, to approach difficulties with creativity and resourcefulness, and to find strength in even the most unexpected places. Your mindset plays a significant role in this process. A positive and growth-oriented mindset allows you to see setbacks as temporary and challenges as opportunities. It helps you focus on solutions instead of problems, on possibilities instead of limitations. Cultivating this mindset takes practice, but it is one of the most important things you can do to turn lessons into strength. It allows you to approach life with confidence, resilience, and a belief in your ability to overcome whatever comes your way. There will be times when the lessons are hard to see, when the pain feels too great, or the struggle feels too overwhelming. In those moments, it's important to remember that strength doesn't always come in the form of big, bold actions. Sometimes it's in the quiet moments of perseverance, in the small steps you take every day to move forward. Strength is built in the moments when you choose to keep going, even when it feels like the odds are stacked against you. It's in the choice to keep learning, to keep growing, and to keep believing in yourself. Turning lessons into strength is a deeply personal process, and it looks different for everyone. The important thing is to stay committed to your growth, to keep seeking the lessons in every experience, and to trust that every challenge you face is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Each lesson, no matter how small, is a building block for your strength, a step toward your transformation, and a reminder of your resilience.